Fair warning, this video contains a lot of swearing, guns, blood, shooting, violence, and the list goes on. Viewer discretion is most definitely advised. So this is the story how Chris Rock broke my leg. Can't believe I'm using that as a title. It's a good title. It's a great story. Back in 2019, I received an email from none other than Darren Lynn Bousman, who had been the director of Saw 2, 3, and 4. He's also a practicing magician, and he stumbled upon my videos.
I don't want to say I'm an amateur magician because that makes me sound like I can actually do cool shit. I can't do anything cool. I have a love and affection for magic and cards and magic tricks. In this kind of quest to learn about how certain gimmicks work and how sleight of hand works, I found a few magicians that I really kind of honed in on, and I just like them. It's a guy named Chris Ramsay, who cast in this movie, was the first YouTube kind of personality. He's a street magic guy, kind of like David Blaine, but he teaches how-to tutorials on his channel. And so I've watched 10 hours of his videos.
And Darren sends me this email that says, "Let me know if you want to die in a Saw movie, ...
When I first got the job, I texted him, or I emailed him. I said, hey, my name's Darren, you don't know me. I directed the Saw movies. I want to put you in my next movie. And I think he kind of like, yeah, sure, okay, great.
I have never responded faster to an email.
And then I called him 4 weeks before we started filming. I said, no, I'm not joking. You're here in 3 weeks.
So on July 3rd, 2019, I land in Toronto for my first day on set of the new Saw movie. Just landed in Toronto, off to, I guess, makeup or I'm getting fitted with a prosthetic and going through some makeup stuff and meeting the stunt guy. So apparently I'm doing a stunt, get all that sorted today. Before Spiral, I think the tentative name for this was the organ donor, which is why you have the organ donor signs kind of everywhere. As you can see here, my formal title before I had my official name as a character was Crack Punk. This is the wardrobe they set me up with, which was really dope. I had never experienced this before. I'd never been on a major movie set before. They had to dress me up as this sort of drug dealer. So once they sent me the script, I read through it and I found out that I actually have speaking lines adjacent to, or opposite to, Max Minghella and Chris Rock's character, who are both police officers in this movie. Finding that out that I have a speaking role, I'm so fortunate to be in that position because I'm not an actor. And so I'm really, really grateful for that. And I took that challenge head on and couldn't wait to meet my counterparts and be a part of this movie. So for the first trip I got there, they actually just, they sent me down to get my prosthetic leg done. On our way to get fitted for a prosthetic leg. So wardrobe check, rehearse next week, falling through a glass table. They wanted to go with real glass initially, and I think we opted for the candy, which I'm okay with. Because in this scene, I get tackled, crashing through a glass table, and my leg is then broken and exposed. So we needed to make that fake leg. I do then. Oh, this is wild. Whoa, look at this effigy. Oh God, no. Not the leg. Once that was done, I flew back home, and a couple weeks later, they called me to fly back in to start filming. This is my trailer, by the way. I'd never had a trailer before. I'd never experienced that, so it was kind of surreal. And the funny part is that, you know, Samuel L. Jackson was in this movie as well. And I'm in my trailer, and I look through the blinds, and I see Sam Jackson just chilling, lounging. I take a picture of him just lounging. I didn't send this to anybody. This was just for me. I'm showing it here. This is me fangirling at seeing Sam Jackson. This is the closest I got to Sam Jackson on set. Why am I showing this? Then I got to meet the stunt coordinators, who are absolute legends. These guys have worked on a lot of movies, and they basically briefed me in saying that I have an option in this movie to perform my own stunts or to get a stunt double to do it for me. The stunts that I would be performing weren't necessarily life-threatening. I mean, anything can go wrong, obviously, but they were just gonna hurt and they were gonna suck a bit. And I thought, man, this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Go big or go home. Let's practice these stunts. So I had 2 stunts to do. The first one was an exploding paint bomb that goes off in my face. And the second was me being tackled through a glass table, falling down on my back straight to the floor. No matter how much padding you have, the wind's gonna get knocked out of you. 3, 2, 1. That was good.
Nice.
You know what? You're fine.
Yep.
So after practicing that, they then put me into hair and makeup. I got to put on all my jewels. I got to get a fake scar on the side of my face, which was really dope. And then I also got to put on this amazing prosthetic, which looks so gross and gory. Shield your eyes if you're at all squeamish. So this is what was fitted over my leg. Basically, it's a big sock that's like got like a bone texture. This was filled with like prop blood as well, but this is my actual leg. Like they molded this from my leg, and you basically put it on like a sock or like pants, and then your sock would cover this part. You know, my pants, my shorts would have covered this part. So what an amazing work of art this is. It's very heavy too. This is made of like silicone. It gets sweaty very quickly, but it's something that I cherish. And I asked them, I was like, can I keep this? They were very reluctant to let it go in case they needed pickup shots or in case I damaged it and they needed it again for another shot. But I had eventually convinced them, so thank you guys for that. Thank you to the prop department for letting me hold on to this memorabilia. I've been sitting on it for 2 years now and I couldn't show it until now, so I'm very happy about that. Yeah, still smells like my leg. Now, once that was all set, it was time to roll the camera. And here, without any further ado, is my scene from Spiral, the Book of Saw.
Hey, my man. Just trying to get a 5 minute, my lady. It's our anniversary. We're trying to celebrate, trying to do something special. Can I get a 5? How about this iPass? It's got everything on it. I got passcodes. I got Netflix, Hulu, Uber Eats, Postmates, lots of food.
Let me see that.
Yo, man, get the fuck
Dude,
out of here.
fucking hungry to you?
Yo, it got everything. It don't fit though. Why don't you come down?
Get the fuck out of here. Come back when you get some money.
Oh, okay. I need money. No. Wait. I got some money. Wait, hold up a second. All right, sit it down, baby. Come on.
All right, so now he's put this little explosive. You know, I don't know that it's an explosive, but he puts it inside a bucket, which I'm gonna hoist up into my window thinking it's money for the drugs. What happened there, basically what I'm doing at this point is I'm staring point blank in a paint can that is attached to a tube filled with blue paint attached to a compressor, going, getting ready to fire one massive blue load of paint into my face. You know it's gonna happen, and so the hardest part of the scene was not to anticipate it and just to trust that I wasn't going to get seriously injured. And they're counting down 3, 2, 1. I have to like just pretend that, you know, what the hell is that thing? And then boom, now when this shot up, this got behind my eyelids, up my nose. I think I had blue boogers for like the next 2 days. And now for the next couple days, I would have to be made up in this blue. They would have to repaint me this way for every, you know, consecutive scene that we would shoot in this scene.
What the fuck? Get away! Man! Out of the way! Police! Move, man! Go! Coming through! Fucking cops, man! Shit! Get your door! Get your fucking door! Now!
Hey, relax. Christ. Holy fucking shit. Back inside. Get back inside.
So at this point, what's really cool is that I had this airsoft gun. The idea was as soon as they kicked that door open, I would spray this gun, you know, across the room, paint my eye. They actually rigged up squibs, and what squibs are, they're small explosives that look like like bullet holes are put into the door. So this door already had all these squibs in it. So we only had a few chances. A very expensive thing to do, I guess. And I had this airsoft gun. And so I had to kind of time it to where it would follow the line of the squibs. So those explosions in the doors are not CGI, those are real practical effects. So after I did this, my gun jams, and then this happens.
Why you make this shit so hard?
Boom, I get tackled into a table. Here's another angle from one of the monitors when we shot this. That was me. The person who tackled me was obviously Chris Rock's stunt double, who did an amazing job there. They bring someone else in for that. As you saw before with practicing, I had mattresses before. This time it's just a little balsa wood table, a carpet with some padding, and then I had padding on my body as well. But let me tell you, when you're going from this to flat on the ground, no matter how much padding you put, like it was like this. It had to look like a floor, so it wasn't like a gym mat or anything. Yeah, there was not much padding there. It was basically a carpet. The hardest part of that is not the falling, because I did this in 2 takes. The first take, my head came way too close to the radiator. And then, because I kind of leapt back, and the stunt coordinator, he was very scared at that point because I could have bopped my head. So he was just reassuring me that I have to go from here to straight down rather than fly back. And then I nailed it in the second take. But the hard part for me wasn't the falling. It was, you have to remember to keep acting afterwards. And instinctively, as soon as I hit the ground and the wind left my lungs, you're left in kind of a shock. It's like getting hit over the head. You're like, ugh, for a second. You're left in shock and in a daze, but I couldn't afford to be dazed because the scene has to go on. I gotta be screaming for my leg here because my leg is apparently busted open. So as soon as they hit me on the ground, for a second I hesitate, and then I go, ah, and then I get back into it. So I was really proud of myself for keeping my composure during that scene.
Why you make this shit so hard? If I really wanted to get fucked up, you gotta make it easy for the customer skis.
Oh, my fucking leg!
That leg is fucked up. Yo. Let me get a shot for the gram. Hold on for a second. Hold on. My man. Here we go. You want me to tag you? Can I tag you, motherfucker?
When we were rehearsing, Chris Rock's always coming up with jokes on the spot because comedy is very situational, and he's such a great comedian and writer that he takes that rehearsal time to try and flesh out some new jokes that might just come to him that might be really funny. And so he takes out his phone. He was telling the director and everybody else, I'm gonna film this, take a picture, like, oh, look at your leg, how it's busted up, and taking a picture of it. And I thought that was hilarious. And so when he was running through in practice, so as soon as he leaned over and said, you want a picture for the gram? I said, don't forget to tag me, motherfucker. And Chris starts laughing, and he's like, that's funny, I'm gonna use that. So I actually kind of fed him a joke there, which I'm so proud of, and I don't know what came over me. But Chris used that in the scene where he goes, you want me to tag you? You want me to tag you? That was something I actually threw to him. So I was really honored that he used that. It felt good.
My man. Here we go. You want me to tag you? Can I tag you, motherfucker?
You seen this man before? I don't do shit!
Why? Because you're worried about that bone sticking out your leg? Why don't you let me sterilize it?
Fuck! Just Benny, stop, please! Everybody knows that motherfucker Benny Ritz. He's one of my best customers, man. When was the last time you saw him? I seen a bitch in 2 days, man. Out on the streets, that motherfucker OD'd. Fuck this snitch. Fuck!
So there you have it. That is the story of how Chris Rock broke my leg and how I made it into the movie Spiral, the Book of Saw. Such an incredible journey, something I would never in a million years think would ever happen to me, and I'm so grateful it did. You can see the new Saw movie in theaters playing right now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.
We definitely have memories of working Chris Ramsay. That was a really fun couple of days on set for us. It was, mostly fun because Chris is really good. He was really good in the movie. It's very natural and funny and great to have around. And, you know, he can actually do magic.
I give.
That's impossible.
This guy's really, really, really fucking good.